and welcome to another episode of Shiz and Giggles, our weekly wind-down podcast where we talk about everything and anything. My name is Jenna, and I will be your host today, but I am never alone. My first co-host, she's an artist, a dog parent, a gardener, a shower singer, and an all-around food enthusiast. She loves anything and everything outdoors, especially with friends and family. She's passionate about equity in the world and thinks that empathy and education is the foundational step to fixing it. A paint teacher on the weekend, just trying to live life generously and with lots of laughter, it's Emily.
Hi, everyone.
All right, up next, you may have caught a sneak peek of her on the screen. She is a movie enthusiast, a Netflix binger, an adventure seeker, and a cat lover. With a cup of coffee and a Spotify playlist, she's ready to take on the world. It's Isabel.
Hi, everyone. Hope you all are doing great today. Happy Friday.
Awesome. Well, I'm so glad that you're both here with me this week because it is time to talk about a trending topic. As you can probably guess from my background, I'm not in an aquarium, but I wish I was. It's Shark Week. So Shark Week is an annual event that's held in July to celebrate one of the ocean's top predators. Shark Week is the Discovery Channel's annual homage to great whites, hammerheads, and all other shark species. Now in its 33rd year, Shark Week started out as a programming to educate viewers about sharks and has evolved into a megalodon-sized summer television hit for the cable network. So I'd like to ask my co-hosts and everyone watching, have you ever swam with a shark?
I have not, but I want to. I will one day.
One day.
One day.
What about you, Emily? You got shark
Absolutely
tales?
not.
No.
Sharks are terrifying, and they're supposed to be terrifying.
I have swam with sharks once. They were nurse sharks, so it wasn't like too scary. It wasn't like cage diving or anything like that, which I do want to do. I think it would be really cool. And me and my dad have talked about doing it. But just nurse sharks for now. Baby steps. Baby steps.
Yeah. I've pet a nurse shark. I've never swam with one. But I also really want to go cage diving.
Yeah, and I saw Denny, one of our coworkers, actually has gone swimming with sharks before. So
Really?
we got another person in the office that swims with sharks.
That's wild. No, I'm too claustrophobic. There's something about being in not only a scuba suit, but then also in a cage and then also underwater. It's too overwhelming.
Too much.
So it's not actually about the sharks.
I think having like one of the top predators in the world circling around me doesn't help the like idea of panic.
Yeah,
I get that. Well, have you ever been to like a shark exhibit in an aquarium?
I have. I'm actually in the same boat as Izzy. I have pet a nurse shark before. It was surprisingly sandy. I was maybe 5, but I remember that much. But I've never been to one of the, sometimes they do those like shark feeding exhibits. I've never done that.
Yeah, I know. Like I'm from Virginia Beach, so we have an aquarium there. So I go there quite often to kind of swim with the sharks or not swim with the sharks, see the sharks. But yeah, they have like a cool little exhibit there. Awesome. Well, it's good to hear that like other people are involved with sharks and learning more about them. But I think it's safe to say that swimming with real sharks, like real dangerous sharks, is not the safest idea. And why, you might ask? Well, in this week's news, something wild was caught on film for a segment that occurred during Shark Week last Saturday. So on Sunday night, Jackass star Sean McGierney, also known as Poopies, interesting name, but he did have his hand bit by a shark. He already completed numerous stunts unscathed, and he wanted to push it just a little bit further. So one paddle further, and he literally tried to jump the shark. A movie scene inspired by Happy Days character Fonzie, in which he is pulled by a jet ski and then jumps over a shark-filled pool. And while Steve-O and Chris watched, McGierney mounted a ramp and then immediately plunged in to swim with the dangerous fish. Upon entering the water, a shark took out a quite sizable chunk of his hand. Luckily, there was help on standby for him. However, he didn't go away without a few boo-boos. But he's doing okay now. He is a little bit emotional about it, but he has recovered. So instead of swimming with these big fishes, let's just stick to watching them on TV. All right. Yeah, that is wild.
Yeah, I probably wasn't the brightest idea from the get-go, but I know that's kind of like their whole thing.
That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. I remember Heather, one of our coworkers, was telling me about it, and like you hear all the time about how dangerous sharks are. Really, they're not. You're more likely to actually be killed by a cow than you are a shark. That's a real statistic.
Yep.
But you know, you don't want to tempt it still. Don't want to tempt fate. All right. Well, with that being said, I think we're going to move along to our first segment of today's show, which is Let's Draw About It with Emily.
Welcome everybody to our weekly segment where we get to relax and enjoy and let our inner child come out and have a little fun. This week, since it is Shark Week, we are going to be drawing, well, more decorating and or coloring and or returning to fun sharks. So I have distributed it to everybody participating ahead of time. So my co-hosts do have their own copy of this already. We will put in the show notes and share with everybody a version of this, a little hand-drawn shark for you. Now, today, this is pretty straightforward. We're coloring sharks. There's no complicated instructions. There's no fancy steps and don't need instructions. I would just say be creative with how you decorate your shark. I do have a couple samples for you already. I've done 2 already just to give you some ideas of what you could do. I have my hair metal shark is one of them, and he's doing a little rock on. And then I also have, I don't know, this is I'm calling him Bowler Hat Boy, but he's kind of, I guess he's the leprechaun shark, top of the morning. So I don't know, be creative, do whatever you want to do. If you make a rainbow shark, or maybe do kind of like I did, make a costumed shark, or if you want to do a realistic shark, start coloring in gray and browns. So go for it. I'm going to start with, I'm going to start with a yellow and a red, and I think I'm going to do a pirate shark. So pirate shark is going to start off with a big hat, one of those big pirate hats. He will have a skull and crossbone on top.
I'm going to give mine a little necklace.
A necklace? I love that. Please, after you're done with yours, if you do this at home, send us in whatever version you do so we can collect them. But hey, Izzy, Jenna, I have a question for you.
What's up?
What do you call a cross with a shark and a snowman?
Those are very odd combinations.
That is an interesting question.
I don't know.
I don't know. What do you call it?
Frostbite.
Oh, that's good.
That is good. I like that.
Give him I don't know what this is. It was a necklace. I think it's becoming like a little bow tie situation.
Yeah, I'm not quite too sure.
There's no wrongs. I'm gonna give him a big old gold hoop earring. That seems piratey. And they can hide that chapter up on this side.
My shark's gonna be ready for a night out on the town.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
You have to give your shark a name as well, though.
Maybe like a little hat on his fin.
Hey, Jenna, Izzy,
We have
Yes.
to name them.
what do you call stuff caught in a shark's teeth?
Food.
Slow swimmers. I'm a big fan of puns.
I love a good pun.
I love a good pun.
I don't know what this hat situation is.
Some dad jokes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little top hat on this man.
I'm all for the top hats. This is so much fun. It's amazing how lost you can get in like doing something really ridiculous like this. Guys, I got another one for
I'm
you.
attempting to draw a necklace.
A necklace?
We'll see how this is going.
I got another one for you.
Hit us with it.
What kind of shark likes to gamble?
Something with poker, maybe?
See that?
I'm trying to think of different breeds of sharks. I don't know. Give it to
Card
us.
shark.
What is it?
A card shark.
A card shark.
No, that's not a real type of shark. Just for
I was
those
just about
listening
to
at
ask.
home. No, not a real shark.
That top hat. Ooh.
How do you know
No,
how
that's what my pirate shark
Does
needs.
this work?
He needs a thin earring. If that makes sense. All right. I don't know. I feel like I need to like give mine some more jewelry, and then I'm about done with my pirate shark. Oh, I wish I could give him boots. I feel like that's very piratey to give him boots.
I don't think there's any help from my shark at this point, but we're going to try.
We'll stop and evaluate here in a minute, but again, you know I always say there's you can't mess this up. There's no wrong answers in art.
Mine might be a wrong answer.
All right. He's a happy shark, though. No matter whatever happens. You're like, maybe. Yeah, I think this is my pirate shark.
Our office staff is also participating in this, and some really good sharks are coming out over here in Joyful.
I love that necklace.
Thank you. It's my hippie shark.
I know what my shark needs. He needs a chest of gold. What was I thinking? I don't know how I didn't think about this before.
Let's see, what else can I add here?
All right, we're gonna give this one more minute.
Okay, I'm trying this out.
Clock is ticking.
I'm gonna give him some pants. Or a
That's
skirt.
what every shark wishes he had.
Pants.
I'm gonna give him a skirt.
Okay. All right, I have a chest of gold.
Phenomenal shading. Look at that.
And diamonds. All right, y'all. Let's see him. Add your finishing touches.
What's his name gonna be?
Give him a name.
William.
Mine is
What's a good hippie name?
Is it a girl or a boy?
It's a boy.
I don't know. some like grass name. Fern.
Fern. Paul. That's gonna be his name.
My shark's name is William Bucksworth. He's ready for a night on the town. Look at that. Ooh, he's got a little top hat, a little bow tie. Oh, he needs like a little
My
watch.
shark is done.
This is his cane.
All right.
All right.
This was so fun.
William Bucksworth, the third. Oh, the third.
William Bucksworth. Mine is actually a girl pirate. So I'm going to give her actually some curls. And so she's Flo, the fierce fin swashbuckler.
All right. Let's see the final products. All right, so we got William Bucksworth the third. That's mine. Let's see the next one. All right. Fish are friends.
I
from
love that. I love the glasses.
Amazing,
Thank you.
amazing. And last but not least, the true artiste. Flo the fierce fin buckler. Ooh. All right. Well, as Emily said, please make sure to tag us in any of these drawings you do. And moving on. Up next, we're going to have our segment from Isabel with Let's Take a Trip.
Hi, everyone. So for today's Let's Take a Trip segment, we are talking about places where you can go shark cage diving, the world's best places. And our first one here is the Isle of Guadalupe in Mexico, where they have great white sharks. And the best time to visit here, so you can catch all the great white sharks, is July through November. And they actually have quite a few companies where you can just show up and they take you on a trip. It's usually like a 5 to 6 day trip there and back. And yeah, you just hop on in the cage and you get to swim with the sharks. And this is the #1 place. This is where a lot of people go.
Awesome.
This is also the world's most deadly shark, and he's so scary.
Yep.
No.
And our second place is a little bit farther away, Western Cape in South Africa. We got a different kind of shark here, though. We have bronze whaler sharks, which are the ones right down there in the corner. And the best time to go to see the sharks is May through October, which is actually a really popular one. I found out the shark time.
Nice. Nice.
And our third location is the this one I was trying to figure out how to pronounce. I think it's Farallon Island. And again, great white sharks. And the best time to go here is late September to the end of November. However, this area is a lot colder. The water temperature in this area typically stays in the lower 50s. So keep that in mind if you decide to venture. It is nice that it's in the US, but it's a little bit colder. Most of the other places, their water temperatures are typically in the mid 70s.
Yeah, so definitely going to need a wetsuit.
Definitely.
Where is the Farallon Islands?
It's definitely on the West Coast. Let me just look it up one more time. I can't remember exactly where it is. Farallon Islands. It is in California. That's what I was thinking. It's off the coast of California.
Wild.
And even though California is quite warm in some areas, I've heard their water temperature over there is a lot cooler than on the East Coast.
I've heard that too. And the waves are like a lot rougher.
Yeah, but they definitely have a lot more sharks than we do.
Wow. Well, I loved hearing about these.
And our fourth place is Oahu, which is also in the U.S., but you know it's not on the mainland. And this is they have Galapagos and sandbar sharks, and also lots and lots of hammerhead sharks. And the best time to go is spring and early summer, which is also like the perfect time to visit Hawaii. So you get a 2-for-1. Get to go to Hawaii and you get to swim with sharks. What more could you ask for?
Is shark its own type of shark?
It is actually because they're yes. I was like Galapagos Islands.
I was going to say that's an island.
They do, yes.
They also have their own turtle, I think, too.
Yes, they do.
Okay. They got a few of their own little things.
And last but not least, Neptune Islands in Australia. And again, great white sharks. So I've noticed that there's different places all over the globe where you can check out some great white sharks. So they really just travel around. And the best time to go is, again, May through October.
Awesome. Yeah, I think it's wild that, I mean, you've touched on all 4 corners of the world. Kind of
I know. Yeah. So wherever you're at in the world, just see which one's closest to you. Still might be a little bit of a trip, but hey, let's take a trip.
Awesome. All right. Well, up next, we have my segment with Who Said That? All right. So this week's Who Said That quotes are going to be Shark Week themed, of course. And so up first, we have a quote that I think will be near and dear to many people's hearts. And that is shark bait. Hoo ha ha. Now, I feel like this one's pretty obvious for our generation. But is it Finding Nemo, Finding Dory, or Shark Tale?
Finding Nemo, of course.
Finding Nemo, duh.
It's a pretty obvious choice. Roll the clip.
From this moment on, you will now be known as Sharkbait.
Sharkbait! Ooh-ha-ha!
Welcome, brother Sharkbait.
Sharkbait! Ooh-ha-ha!
Enough of the Sharkbait.
Sharkbait! Ooh, badu.
One of my favorite movies.
It's a classic. Who doesn't love it? All right, so the next one, we're going to move a little bit older. And so it's you're going to need a bigger boat. And is that from Sharknado, Jaws, or Deep Blue Sea?
Wonder if any of our viewers have a guess.
I know.
Oh, we have an answer.
Jaws, dang.
It's Jaws.
I've never seen
Nice
Jaws.
job. Nice job, Demi and Terica.
A classic movie.
Yes.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Iconic line.
I've never seen it. It's so funny.
Emily.
Oh, you
I
have
know.
to watch
It's a must see.
I
That's
know,
on
and
your
I'm usually
task
like a
list this weekend.
filmophile. I love old movies, and I've never seen Jaws.
I think it's a good one. I mean, it's not for the special effects, but for the nostalgia, it's a good movie. All right. And last but not least, we have, why don't you just put a tracker on it? Haven't you guys ever watched Shark Week? Is it from The Abyss, The Meg, or Shark?
This one's tricky. I'm actually not
Never seen
quite
any of
sure.
those.
I haven't seen any of them.
The Meg. I'm putting out a wild guess because I know the premise of all 3 of those movies.
Okay. So
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Meg.
A good guess. I wonder if any of our audience have seen it. I don't know. It's a newer film that this quote comes from. So may not have had time to watch it yet. I don't think it's been streamed on Shark Week yet, which is pretty ironic since Shark Week's in the quote. But you two gave some really good guesses because it is the
Let's
Meg.
just put a tracker on
Oh,
it.
wow.
Did you guys ever watch Shark Week?
All right. And that was Who Said That? So I just want to do a little recap of today's episode. I really think that Izzy gave us some amazing city names to travel to, some actually islands in today's case. So Galapagos Island, one off the coast of the USA, all corners of the world. And I really enjoyed Emily's segment about making your own shark. You know, sometimes I think a great way to de-stress at the end of the week is just taking some time to color, getting back to the basics.
Yes, indeed.
So before we head out with this week's episode, is there anything my lovely co-host would like to share?
Stay safe in the water.
I was gonna say, be safe. Don't lose a hand to a shark.
Yes, please.
Good takeaways. Good takeaways.
If you see a fin, don't swim. Exit.
Was that improv? That was good. I
That was a
liked
good
that.
one.
Thank you.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
I was gonna go with don't get in, but
Ooh,
that
That
works
too.
too. Yeah.
you see a fin, don't get in. All right, we need to brand these, patent them, put them on t-shirts.
Yeah. Sell them to Shark Week.
All right. Well, I want to thank you for joining us today, as well as our audience, for another episode of Shiz and Giggles. We hope to see you again real soon. You can join us live every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or watch the playback on our YouTube channel or our Facebook page. You can also find All About Presentation on our YouTube, Facebook, and our LinkedIn page, and on our Instagram and Twitter. Happy Friday and have a good weekend.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for
Bye,
watching.
everyone.